Yes, Woo Suk Go is an actual name, just right off the bat saying that. According to Jon Heyman, the Padres are close to signing Woo Suk Go here to a major league contract. Jon Heyman says that Woo Suk Go is expected to be the Padres closer. I don't know how much I believe that. Woo Suk Go, looking at some of the highlights, I'll show some video here in a moment. Looks like a talented guy, but giving him the closer role right out of spring training on opening day, that would be pretty electric. He comes out of the bullpen as the closer in Korea, because remember the first games are going to be in Korea. That would be pretty cool. But to give it to him over someone like Yuki Matsui, who you've already signed, or someone like Robert Suarez, who has already pitched big games, pitched in big games, he has some closing experience. I don't know if that makes the most sense for the Padres, but Woo Suk Go, Jon Heyman says likely to be their closer. Now, when you look at some of the stats, I mean, he has a sub 3 ERA in 2 of the last 3 seasons. He had a 1.52 ERA all the way back in 2019. He has been pitching for the LG Twins in Korea, and I believe he was Ha-Seong Kim's teammate on Team Korea. He is related to Jung-Hoo Lee, so that is an interesting thing. The Padres were going for Jung-Hoo Lee, and obviously they were interested here in Woo Suk Go. I don't know how long they've been interested in him, but the deadline for him to sign is tomorrow, I believe at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So it's not like this is going to be dragging out for a deal to happen here. High ground ball rate is what I'm seeing here. 65.8% this past season, 62.1% the year before that, 61.4 the year before that, and 66.2 in 2020. He had 14 saves last year, 42 in 2022, and then he had 30 in 2021. So he has closing experience just like Yuki Matsui does. He had his there in Japan. Robert Suarez has some closing experience. So all of a sudden here, there are guys that do have closing experience for sure, a few guys. And then you have Cosgrove, you have Wilson, you have Enyel De Los Santos, you have Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, maybe Luis Patino, there's Stephen Kolek. I'm probably missing someone. I apologize to whoever I'm missing. I'm just doing this video quick. I guess I'm reporting to you guys, but I'm not obviously reporting it. I'm just telling you that I'm reacting to the report that he is close to signing with the Padres. That is according to Jon Heyman. No San Diego beat writer as of this recording has tweeted anything out. No contract, nothing like that. I assume that it's going to be a deal like Matsui, or maybe less than that than Yuki Matsui's deal. There's probably going to be an opt-out in it because it's AJ Preller, and that's probably appealing to those players. So we'll see what the contract ends up being, but I do not expect it to be anything like huge, because the Padres wouldn't be on Woo Suk Go if this contract was a significant big contract, AAV wise, especially. Like, they just don't have the room for that right now when they have this many holes, and they haven't even filled the starting pitching, the bat, the 2 outfielders. Relief help, nice. Like, we wanted more, probably another reliever. I wasn't expecting it to be like a big reliever, though. I wouldn't have like complained if the Padres would have went into spring training with the current group of minor leaguers that they have. But they add another one. At least they're close to adding another one here. And this is someone that is pretty nasty. Look at this video here.
고우석 대 이학주. 트웬! 하지만 상대는 고우석. 트웬트에서 5구.
겠습니다. 정영희 선수. 원볼 투스 라이.
So there's some of it there. I mean, looks pretty nasty. It is highlights, so, you know, almost any player can look nasty in a highlight video. If they have 20 strikeouts on a season, just show the 20 strikeouts and they can look pretty nasty. So we'll see. Not saying that this guy's not talented. I'm not so sure I agree with him being the closer right out of the gate when he's never pitched in the big leagues before. I think that now he could go win it in spring training for whatever the Padres weigh spring training with, but I would go with Robert Suarez. And then if these guys earn it and it's clear that Robert Suarez is more comfortable as a setup guy, or these guys just go, you know, dominate and this guy's stuff plays really good as a closer, then they'll go do then I'll be fine with them going and having Woo Suk Go, or whether it's Yuki Matsui or someone else, them be the closer. Like whoever's the best fit for it, that's good. I'm just not so sure it would be him right out of the gate. But this is pretty much what we know from Woo Suk Go, from Korea, reliever, not a ton of innings. I will say that, not a ton of innings. But 2021, 2022 had over 60 appearances, 65 appearances in 2019, pitching out of the KBO. So that is not like obviously major league baseball for sure. What is that 4A? Is that AAA? Is that AA? Remember, Jung-Hoo Lee, the conversation there was he's really facing like what, AA, AAA pitching in comparison to the big leagues. So he's facing those types of batters as well. So he's not facing major league batters. So can he adjust? I would say that Japan is a little bit better than Korea, but don't think that I'm like the expert on Korea, Japan baseball. I'm not. I just think that Japan's just looking at the history and players coming over. I think that Japan's probably a little bit higher than the KBO in terms of how close they are to Major League Baseball. So it's something to monitor. I'm not going to act like I know a ton about this guy. Just stuff that I have read. Big ground ball rate, pretty nasty stuff. It looks like has some velocity, and so this will be an interesting signing for the Padres if it does indeed happen.